born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. We're in quarter number 2, and it's the Chiefs who are in possession of the football. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
It's good. Makes the score, Chiefs 28, Eagles nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. He's at the 30. Boston Scott. He will take this all the way. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Number 26, Miles Sanders, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to...
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, when I hit that.
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Charles, the Bills come into this one still seeking that elusive first-ever Super Bowl title.
Hard to believe they don't have one because you have to remember, back in the day, as the kids like to say, they went there 4 straight times. Super Bowls 25, 26, 27, and 28. They lost to some of the giants of the NFL at that time, though. They lost to the Giants. That was the first one. They lost to Washington, and they lost to Dallas twice. Some great names on those Bills teams. Jim Kelly at quarterback. Mark Levy was their head coach. Where would you rather be than right here, right now? He used to love when he would say that. Thurman Thomas on that team, but they never won one. Had a best chance against the Giants in the first one. Came up a field goal short. Hard to believe this Bills franchise, no Super Bowl wins.
Meanwhile, the Buccaneers are back in the Super Bowl for just the second time in franchise history. I know one thing, they'd love a repeat of that first appearance.
Would they ever? That was 2003 in San Diego, and it was Super Bowl 37. They were the underdogs coming in against the Oakland Raiders, and they flogged the Raiders in that game, 48-21. You know what I remember most about that? John Gruden was the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but he'd previously been the head coach of the Oakland Raiders. And during practice leading up to the game, he would play scout team quarterback and tell the defense all the characteristics and mannerisms of the Raiders quarterback, Rich Gannon, and had his defense totally prepared. And boy, did they play well and won their first Super Bowl title.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's first and goal. Now Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
For the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. It's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
All right, we're talking new football here. We're talking new models, new paradigms, new ways of looking at things. They score, line up for the PAT, fake it, and go up 8-0. I'm kind of at a loss here because if I'm going to go for 2, I'm going to ask him to put the ball in the 2-yard line and bring my offense out.
Exactly. Opening drive of the game, faking it is bold enough from the 15. That's quite another thing.
I know a lot of people fall back on analytics, but still, I think that person would tell you, put your offense in and go from the 2, not from the 15.
Still got it, though.
Yes, they did. Give him credit.
Andre Roberts on the return.
The Bills make their way out, led by their third-year quarterback from Wyoming. At 24 years of age, it's Josh Allen.
Well, what do we ask about players in this league? We ask them to improve from year to year, and Josh Allen did exactly that from his rookie year to year number 2. Doubled his touchdown passes from 10 to 20.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. That defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. When you practice these situations, it's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic could get you scored on again.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Levante David in on the tackle.
2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The pass to Brown as he hauls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
First down, Bills.
To the air. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On the play.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
He's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
Down at the 26.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Rush coming, and he's taken down. William Golston in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
That keeps the score. Buccaneers.
Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. He's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses?
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Down and 10.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, now Brady going deep this time for Miller. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, 58 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is up to 15 now. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here's the all-pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
For the Buffalo Bills, 6-2 for the second straight year. They win an important one in Week 8, 24-21. They take care of the New England Patriots, a team, as you know, that's had their number for the last 2 decades or so. And, Charles, you were on the broadcast. Did it feel like a changing of the guard game here, so to speak?
You know, it felt that way in terms of the win, but it didn't feel that way in terms of the action, because really Buffalo held on at the end. I mean, they had the lead, kicked the field goal, and then New England was marching downfield until Justin Zimmer from Ferris State made the play of the year for Buffalo, knocked it free from Cam Newton, and they held on to win. Bottom line, though, is they did slay the Dragon. First time since 2011 they beat the Patriots at home. They have a big lead in the division right now over the Patriots, but Miami nipping at their heels. They still have a lot of good football they're going to have to play if they want to win that division for the first time since 1995.
Well, up next, a quirk in the schedule. 3 of their next 4 versus the NFC West, starting with games at home, Seattle, and then on the road at Arizona before they get their open week in Week 11. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
15. Bills nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
Buccaneers.
And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. From the gun, it's Allen, and able to find John Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Allen finding Brown for a Bills 1st down. On 1st down, Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Allen's throw into the hands of Brown. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd down now, Singletary. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Ball carrier.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Watson. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
30-yard line.
Here's the Tampa Bay offense and Ronald Jones leading him out. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
20! Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And the lead is now an even 30. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Bradley Pinion to kick off.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
On the play, 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen going deep for Diggs. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Intercepted.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Brought down at the 30-yard line.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
And 2.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tackle made at the 38.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Bills on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
It's a gain of 6.
A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, CD, we are through 8 weeks of the 2020 NFL schedule. Now, 12 teams have played exactly 8 games. The other 20 because of open weeks will use that. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
You ain't doing nothing. 56, 56.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Give him 30 yards there. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. You have to think the Bills were not sorry to see Brady leave New England, but now here he is facing him yet again. For his career, listen to these numbers. Brady 32-3 lifetime against Buffalo. He's absolutely owned them, including 15 wins in Buffalo, which is the most of any quarterback over that time in quarterbacks.
That's the end of the first.
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half.
Bradley Inion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Brady. Open space inside the 10. This is caught. Gronkowski. And all the way down to the 5. Gronk so tough to cover. Sometimes a flag's going to come out.
His size and his ability create a lot of these pass interference calls. If you're trying to go through him to get to the ball, that's almost impossible, and he benefits on the play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Brady rolling to his... And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gay is on for the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game.
Stephon Diggs. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 37. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football, but right now they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, his throw incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They run here with Singletary, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Bills are able to make things a bit more respectable.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter.
36, Bills 7.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
34-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and a couple. Brady airing this one out for Evans. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 43 yards.
That's good concentration right there, and he did a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. And it certainly doesn't hurt that at 6'5", he's got a big wingspan that allows him to go up and complete that play.
Brady's throw there complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Bills.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. from 17 yards out. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle.
The 25-yard line. A gain of 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Intended for Dawson.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a shortcut.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
A loss of a yard. Another 3.
How about that part? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. Returnable for Watson. And they can't bring him down. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mike Evans of the Tampa offense about to set up shop. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Jones. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. On the counter, here's Jones. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Devin takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
At the 27-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
He's tackled at the 29.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Allen now on 1st down. Allen hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Operating from the gun. Allen under pressure again, and down he goes again. William Golston able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal.
Covered by the Bucs.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, you're trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
It'll be a gain of 7, but still well short here with 4th and goal looming.
7 yards.
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but
But how about this, a fake? But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. Give him 16 yards on the play. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Allen hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
Brady sacked.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. From the gun, Allen over the middle, and it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Fielded at the 20. Oh, he shifts past him. And now running right through him. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because...
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Levante David. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, You're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. From the 30 on second down, Brady. And this is caught at the 8. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal.
23 yards on the play. Operating from the gun, Brady forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the gun, Brady. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
And sometimes pride wins, doesn't it? Because, yes, they're getting steamrolled here right now. They're down big, and they're going to try a fake field goal against them. Yeah, I'm not supposed to root, but good for them for stopping that one and showing that they haven't given up on this game.
Yeah, I just can't believe, though, that they tried to fake with this margin up that big. But like you said, kudos to the D.
Yeah, the blood wasn't bad before. It might have started that way now.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime...
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it.
Tom Brady sacked.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Bills are going to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Bills.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They will run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Offside defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Allen to throw once more. Flush to his right. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
4 yards.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Now he'll escape to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills claw one back.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
If that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Super Bowl 55 hitting the home stretch. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that's caught inside the 35. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
45. Mike,
Throwing is Allen on third. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Jason Pierre-Paul, his second sack of the night. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down. Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
36. Safety creek. Watch the eye. 72.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record book,